the Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Here's Lawrence. Runs over it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. The interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's got room. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. Extra point attempt to follow here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24, Lawrence, complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Lawrence will throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
His throw incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence. He completes this to Russell Gage.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Ravens 9.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the run, Newton going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Newton to throw. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week they're coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Throwing on second down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Are you ready?
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. We're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Newton now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
To throw is Newton. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Cam's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Off play action, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Third and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence to Connor on the check down. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 30 on second down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Newton. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Saints 24, Ravens 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action now. Lawrence. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They fake the give. Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because
Possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Saints up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Saints, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.